In 28 days, I'm going to cover questions or topics related to selling your home. Welcome to 28 in 28. I'm the host of Real Estate Analysis with Donnie Weddle. You're watching episode 7. Our topic is, should I buy a new home before selling my old one? Whether or not you should buy a new home before selling your existing home is a personal choice. Having a new home lined up gives you peace of mind when selling, and you can move out on your own time. It also prevents you from lining up temporary housing and having to move twice, which can be a pain. That said, you may get stuck paying 2 mortgages at once. This can be a problem if your sale takes longer than expected. You can also feel rushed into quickly finding a house instead of waiting for a better deal. In today's hot market, a good tip to remember, if you can afford it, is when making an offer to purchase a home, do not make an offer with a house contingency. How can I buy a house while selling my own? You're asking, right? Some real estate markets are very competitive. If you're looking to buy a house while selling your own and need the proceeds from the sale of your existing property to make a down payment, you may be frustrated with the choices you're faced with. Sellers in a hot market benefit from multiple offers and low, quick-moving inventory. These hurdles are problematic for buyers, but especially those on a tight timetable before their current home is scheduled to close. If you're confident your home will sell very quickly, you may prefer to buy your new home before selling the old one. But how will you raise enough cash for the down payment? Although challenging, here are 6 options for buyers looking to buy a new home before selling the old house. Let's talk more about selling before buying. This is the way most people buy a home, as the proceeds from the sale of a current home is usually required to buy a new one. Even with the cash on hand for the down payment, it is much harder to qualify for a new mortgage while carrying debt on the existing home. For lenders, your intention to sell doesn't change the current facts. The problem with selling then buying a home is the cost and logistical issues, limbo, time in between, and the risk of not being able to secure your next home in a competitive marketplace. Be sure to plan for the following considerations. Where will you live after selling your home? Can you live with family or friends? What are your short-term rental options? Can you use a contingency as either a buyer or a seller to help bridge the time gap? What is your budget for the transition? Consider short-term housing, moving expenses, storage, realtor fees, and so on. Will these costs require you to dip into your down payment? How to get a down payment when buying a house before selling your own? Well, buying a home before selling your old one is undoubtedly a risky endeavor. What if your current home doesn't sell as quickly or for as much as you planned? Although there's an inherent risk involved with this, in a seller's market, there is less risk involved in most cases. There are 2 big roadblocks individuals in this situation often face: coming up with a down payment, staying within an acceptable debt-to-income ratio while carrying both properties. Keep in mind that many of these options to help solve problem number 1 will hurt your efforts in solving problem number 2. Work with your financial advisor to review your options and discuss how a particular strategy may impact your overall situation. Before taking action, there's 6 ways to buy a house while selling your own. And as always, I want you to think about the things I've just said. I'm going to put links in the details in my YouTube channel. If you have a question that you would like to see a topic on our 28 and 28, leave it in the comments below. Thank you for watching Real Estate Analysis with Donnie Weddle, and hit the like and subscribe button.